overall thoughts, sweep last weekend, 3-game winning streak. I mean, you guys feel some momentum going into this series?
Yeah, absolutely. Great to get the sweep on the road. That's never easy to do, and Mankato had a great game plan against us. So it took everything we had to get those wins, and I was very happy with the way we played, especially on Saturday.
So you guys, I think the last 4 games you've had 3 goals in each game. I mean, do you feel the offense is clicking a little bit more, maybe not just the top line, but trickling down a little bit?
Yeah, that's a good point. Against Ohio State, we had some different people getting on the score sheet, which is always nice. And it's great to see the first line continue to produce as well. So offensively, we're doing quite well. You're right.
So, I mean, thoughts on Michaela's big weekend, Ashley's big weekend? I mean,
yeah.
We'd like to see more out of that against the Gophers.
Yeah, that'd be great if we could keep that going this weekend. Awesome for those guys to have just huge offensive showings. Cava was just named the Offensive Player of the Week by the WCHA, so that's great. And, I think they're working hard for it. And this is Cava's last weekend playing here, but she's still growing and she's still developing and she's still working hard to be the best player that she can be, and Bricklick too. And I think it shows the young players, if you put in the hard work and you stick with it and understand that it is a process, you'll get there. Because, that's Brick's first career hat trick, and you've seen her score 1 million goals in a Bulldog uniform. So it takes time, and stick with it, and you'll get the success you're looking for.
So how important are those veterans, in developing some of the younger players?
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. Whenever you can look around the locker room and have great leadership on and off the ice for the young players, I think that's extremely valuable. And we've said all along, our young players are getting a ton of experience this year with their playing time and being in all different situations, and I think that only makes us better in the long run. And, we're in that playoff run right now. Finishing up the season here, 2 more weekends, and gearing up for the playoffs. So I think things are clicking at the right time.
The seniors, you talked about Michaela a little bit, with the 2 goalies thrown in there too. I know you've only had a little more than a year with them, but what's it been like, and how do you say goodbye to those 3 this weekend?
Sure. It's not goodbye yet. A lot of hockey left. Unfortunately, their AMSOIL careers will be ending this weekend, and I think they've been great representatives of our program this year and beyond. I wish I could have coached them for longer, but I feel very fortunate to have had this past season with them, and the leadership that they've brought to the team, and just being great examples of what the program is about is, as I said before, that's key to any successful program. So contributions on and off the ice from all 3 of them have been great, and we will certainly miss them in the future.
How unique is that goaltending situation where you've got Kayla and Carissa together 4 years, and one played a lot, one didn't play a lot, but they kind of now both say they're best friends on and off the ice?
Yeah, it's certainly a unique situation, and I credit Carissa with a lot of just dignity and team first mentality in order to be in that spot. It's not always easy to not play as much, but she's been just a great example of what team really means. And you saw her this year on the road at Wisconsin. I wasn't here for it. You guys weren't there for it, but I heard all about it, and she was excellent. So she is ready for the test when we need her, and I just think she's a great person. Anybody that meets her, all the community service that she's done, she's the one I always hear about. Little kids just love Carissa. Kayla's on-ice performances here for the last 4 years have been some of the best ever by Bulldog goalies, and she holds a lot of records. And, if you look back on the record books, Bulldog goalies have been pretty tremendous over the years. So to be a member of that club is really special, and so we've been lucky to have her. And Cava coming in, just last year. Thankfully, she's here. I love the way she plays. I love her personality on and off the ice. She's a heart and soul of the team type of player, and you can't ask for more out of somebody like that.
Is it good for you and the program? I mean, you never want to say goodbye to a lot of seniors, but with the turnover and everything that happened, is it good that you're saying goodbye to just 3 and everybody else kind of has learned from them, and now they get to move on to next year?
Yeah, it is.
This year's over.
It is nice in that way, considering, just having a new staff, new systems, everything that happened this year. To lose 3, you're able to keep a lot of consistency with what we've been doing, and add some bodies and some new new positions and things like that. So it is hard to say goodbye, but in terms of the future, I think it allows us to be more consistent and comfortable in what's ahead.
Gophers just got Kessel back, of course an opponent, but as a member of the college hockey community, your thoughts on this situation for her?
Yeah, really special for her and women's hockey in general. Amanda's been an outstanding representative of the women's hockey world, and for her to come back from a concussion, while I was at Harvard, we had players going through the same thing. It is a big undertaking, and I'm sure the doctors feel very good about where she's at in order to let her play. And for her and her career, it's just amazing to be able to come back at this time of year and maybe make a run with the Gophers. Personally, we're hoping to stop them this weekend, so I'm happy for her, but my focus is on taking down the Gophers, including Amanda in that respect.
What stands out about the Gophers from what you've seen? What are they doing particularly well at the moment?
Speed everywhere. Defensemen want to play offense. Offensemen are hungry all over the ice. So if a puck goes on net, they swarm. There are 4 of them hovering around the net. So defensively, if you're not on point, they will hurt you. They attack from everywhere, and they have good power play, good symmetry, all over the ice. They're quick. So quick transitions, you'll see a lot of that. So we've been focusing on a lot of those things, knowing what they're going to throw at us. So I think we'll be all right.
Have you embraced the underdog role? No one really wants to be the underdog, but are you and the girls going to take some pride maybe in trying to ruin the Gophers weekend?
I think we take pride in every weekend, whatever it is. You can take that mentality as being the underdog, and I think all throughout the year we've played really well as the underdog, playing against better teams. I would say some of our best games have been, at Minnesota when we were up 2-0 going into the third period in that first game. Wisconsin games have all been close. The Harvard games, we won one of those. So some of the faster, more finesse teams, I think we play better in those games. So I'm expecting a good weekend for us, and we don't talk too much about favorites, underdogs, this, that, or the other thing, but I think our kids are always motivated when the Gophers are in the building. The Duluth, Minnesota rivalry is ripe here, so they'll be fired up.
Has anything changed goaltending-wise with Kayla and Carissa, or do you just go with whoever's playing better? Does it change, both being seniors on senior weekend?
You can't let emotions get in the way of decision-making at this level. Unfortunately, we'll go with the goalie that gives us the best chance to win.
So like everybody's been saying, it's Gopher weekend. You're coming off 3 wins. How's the morale, and what's the message for the Bulldogs in practice?
Yeah, the morale's great. January was tough, so that's behind us, and what we've been talking about a lot is just staying in the moment. You can't control the past. It's about what's right in front of you, and what's right in front of us is Friday night. Gophers. We can't even think about Saturday, and taking it incrementally has been important, setting the pace. We're looking at 7 minutes here, 7 minutes there, what we're trying to accomplish on the ice. So really getting them to focus on what's right in front of them. Don't get too far ahead, don't get too far behind, stay present. And we've been trying to lock down some systems for the weekend, so we might tweak some things here and there. Adjustments are always important throughout the season, and so I think we're trying some different things and just, retooling the things that have worked really well and making sure that those, power play has been coming on a little bit lately, so making sure that's crisp and people are feeling confident in their spots. PK has gotten a little better lately, so we want to make sure we continue to do that well, and I think we're a pretty fast team, so I don't ever want to forget to use your speed, so that's something we harp on, because speed kills.